Happy Monday, everybody. Okay, last week was a crazy week. The markets were up and down, the stock market, the commodities market. We had a Republican National Convention. That was taking up a lot of the news space. We had the blue screen of death, whatever that was, on Friday, where Microsoft had their big problem, which shut down airlines. So airplanes were grounded, banks were having problems. Um, yeah, it was a crazy week. Well, on my end, I actually had a finance and investment committee for the county. As you know, I'm a Bernalillo County commissioner. And so, we were just, the committee was talking about, predicting future US Treasury rates. And one of the members said, I'm not so sure. I think credit card delinquencies are going up. And I'm just listening to this. And then another one says, I don't think they're that bad. And so that's when I chimed in. I was like, no, they're bad. And so I actually pulled up my computer screen and showed them. And so I'm going to show you what I showed this committee. So I'm using my high tech. Greg and I are pretty technologically savvy. So here's my high tech screen. And what you see here is credit card delinquency rates. This is posted by the St. Louis Fed. And here we are. You can see uh, that's where we are today. And it doesn't look that bad when you compare it to the screen that goes back to 1992, right? Part of that is because we had this big mountaintop right here, which is 2008. That was the Great Recession, where delinquencies were just going off the rails, right? But then the economy started to recover and delinquencies started to go down and down and down. Then you'll see here delinquencies for credit cards just plummeted, reaching around 2020, reaching a low of 2021. Now, what happened in 2020 that would have caused credit card delinquencies to go down? That means fewer people are being delinquent on their credit cards. Well, the stimmy checks, of course. The government was giving people money, and good for them. Americans were using that money. If they were late on their credit cards, they were getting caught up and they were paying down the balances. But then, when the stimmy check stopped, delinquencies started climbing back up. But here's the upsetting point is that from that point until today, today is now the highest that delinquencies have been since 2011 on its way down, right? And this is on its way up. So that's disconcerting. Now, why was this committee talking about credit card delinquencies? Because that's typically not good news. As delinquencies are going up on credit cards, that's not good news for the economy. Because folks stop paying their debts when they start running into trouble. And credit cards are the first canary in the coal mine because they're not collateralized. If you stop paying your car loan, the bank will come and collect your car. Then you can't go to work, right? If you stop paying your house loan or your rent, you can get evicted or the bank can take away your house. Credit cards, the consequences are lower, so that's the first to go. That's not a good sign for money flowing in the economy. Okay. So then meeting's over and I'm here at work and I'm thinking, yeah, delinquencies are going up. We know that. But, last I checked, the credit card balances were going up too. I wonder where they're at now. And Greg and I are always checking, turning over stones, seeing if there's anything that needs to be paying attention to. And also testing our own theories, right? So here's another handy dandy chart. And this is the St. Louis Fed total credit card balances. Get a load of this. This is nuts, right? This goes back to 2013 when credit card balances were here around $500 billion. Here they are now, about $1 trillion. And so they have been climbing since 2021 to record highs to $1 trillion. Now, and you'll notice the balances, that number just keeps climbing. It's not like it's starting to plateau a little bit. It's just climbing and climbing. That's not good either. That means that people are continuing to spend on their credit cards, but they're later and later on paying their credit cards. Nobody wants that situation. And if somebody's in that situation, it's because they're in financial stress. All of this is happening, though, while the stock market is hitting new and new highs. I was reading the newspaper this week several times. It was fist pumps saying new records, stock market's all-time high. This is a bull market. We got a long way to go. Stock market is not going to keep going if people run out of money. If they've maxed out their credit cards, if they are delinquent in paying their credit cards, the credit card companies are going to cut them off. So it's not good news for the economy. And so this just, back to you as our clients or just friendly watchers of these videos, respect debt. And I've compared debt to a powerful tool. It can bless your life if you're smart with it and if you respect it. But it can also harm you greatly if you don't respect it. So respect debt. Oh, also, the other thing, credit cards are only that level is about $1 trillion for the US credit card debt market. What's crazy is the United States is adding $1 trillion to our national debt every 100 days. So that puts into perspective the debt trouble and cautionary point for the United States, right? So all this to say, we're exactly where we want to be. The stock market can't keep going higher and higher while credit card delinquencies and people stop spending money. Meanwhile, hard assets people still need. People still need food. They need to eat. They need to turn on their lights. And then gold and silver, those are the safe havens, right? That's why the central banks have been stocking up on those. So you're in a good position. This shows that, a storm is coming, but you will be doing well. You'll weather the storm, and we'll be there with you. Okay, with that, you all have a great week. See you next Monday.